Hi BookTube, Erin here, and as you can tell by my weird lighting with some light coming from the side here, the sun is out today. And because I live in the frozen north, it's also really snowy out, and we just got snow overnight, so all of the snow is still nice and pure white, and it's really bright out there. Really bright out there. I don't usually wear sunglasses, but I think if I actually leave the house today, I'm going to be putting on sunglasses. I'm here today to do a TBR for the romance readathon that is coming up from February 10th to the 15th. So I'll get to that in one moment. I actually want to get to the point where I start my videos with a bit of a booktuber shout out, because you know what? I follow a lot of booktubers, and I don't think I give them enough credit or enough, visibility on this channel for how much I love them. So I'm going to start, because this is a romance TBR, and it is February, which is the month of Valentine's Day and romance. I have 3 booktubers that I want to tell you guys about. They are all fantastic romance booktubers. A lot of them talk about other things. I mean, none of us specifically read one genre, if you think about it. So I'm going to start with Steph's Rom Book Talk. I will link all of these down below, so don't worry about that. And Steph has 788 subscribers. She is fantastic. She has so much energy, and she talks so knowledgeably about romance novels that her channel is so infectious to watch. Like, I start watching it and I'll watch several videos in a row. That's how awesome she is. She's just got so much energy, and she's so positive about everything. It's a lot of fun to watch. And then the hosts, hi Hank. The hosts of this book, you know what, one moment, I will let the dog out. I'm back. Did you miss me? Wow, he's got the best timing, hey? It's like he has nothing to do with me all morning, and I'm sitting around just, working, because I'm working at home today, and he has nothing to do with me all day. And all of a sudden, I set up the camera and I sit down and start talking, and he's like, oh, hey, you're here, let me out. Dogs, aren't they great? Getting back to it, so there's 2 hosts for this readathon, and one is not just romance novels. She has 509 subs. I've actually been following her for quite a while. She's recently had a name change on her channel, and she reads a lot of romance. Obviously, she's hosting this. I will also link her channel down below, as well as the video for the readathon, because it has 4 prompts for you to choose books from if you so choose, but you don't have to. It's a pretty relaxed readathon. And then the other host for this is Romance Queen of BookTube, who has 240 subscribers. Wow, I keep getting that one wrong. 240 subscribers. So I just learned about her channel through this, but she's one of the co-hosts of this, and if you like romance books, it's probably not a bad idea to check her out. I will be checking out some of her videos later. I just needed to get this filmed while I had far too much light in my house. I actually have 2 TBRs for this, and the reason I have 2 TBRs is I'm not sure what my week is going to look like next week, or yeah, the 10th to the 15th, because sometimes it's just way better for me to read on my e-reader, and other times, or audiobooks, and other times it's just way better for me to read from paper books. So I've got 2 lists, and I think the one that is most likely to happen is the e-reader. Oh, great. So I will start with that one. Well, no, I won't, because my phone is being ridiculous. So I will start with the paper copy book. Now, the prompts for this are, I'm not going to get them in the right order. So one of them is, I think the first one is a romantic suspense. Now, Fern Michaels writes a lot of romantic suspense, and I chose one that's been on my shelf for quite a while, and this is Southern Comfort. I have not read any Fern Michaels yet, but this one is definitely going to be interesting. It's an Atlanta homicide detective who actually retired and moved to Mango Key, Florida, where after his wife died, he like drowns his sorrows in some Jack Daniels. But then he goes on to become an author and sobers up. Yeah, thanks to his brother helping to drag him into the real world. And then there is the female, the heroine of this novel, is a DEA special agent, Kate Rush, and she has resigned from her job and moved back to Miami, but she has an unofficial assignment come her way, and it takes her to Mango Key, and there it turns out that Patrick and some of his family are, it looks like, suspects in a human trafficking ring, or, you know, tangentially involved in it. So she spends some time, so yeah, that's how she meets him, and she believes he's innocent, of course, because he's hot and an ex-police officer. So that is my romantic suspense novel. Next was historical novel, or historical romance, and I'm a huge fan of Sarah MacLean. I recently got the first 2 books in her Scandal and Scoundrel book, Scandal and Scoundrel books, or series, from Book Outlet, and this is The Rogue Not Taken, which is the first book in that series. It's your typical historical novel, historical romance, so Sophie is our main character, and she's the least interesting of her sisters. You know that's not true. That's never true, but, you know, the heroine in these things always thinks, I'm the worst. How could anyone ever love me? Anyway, she lands her philandering brother-in-law backside first in a goldfish pond in front of all society. She becomes the target of very public aristocratic scorn. Aristocratic scorn. Pretend I said that right. Her only choice is to flee. Oh, wait. Her only choice is to flee London, vowing to start a new life far from the aristocracy. Unfortunately, the carriage in which she stows away isn't saving her from ruin, it's filled with it. Yeah. Kingscote King, the Marquess of Eversley, has never met a woman he couldn't charm. So you know where this is going. It's the Marquess of Eversley who is in their coach that she's, you know, fleeing in. Yeah, she's a stowaway, and you know what's going to happen. It's a historical romance, but it's a delightful cover, isn't it? I love Sarah MacLean. So it sounds like there's going to be some chuckles in this one, and that's always a good thing. And then the third prompt was a Harlequin romance, which I have on my shelf. I have Kira Davis's Obsession, Deceit, and Really Dark Chocolate, which is a Red Dress Inc. imprint. And Red Dress Inc. is obviously published by Harlequin. This is another romantic suspense because that's what I do. This one is kind of more along the cozy mystery series, but it is, you know, it's Sophie Cates' relationship with the irresistible and occasionally insufferable PI Anatoly Durinsky is on the fritz when a friend recruits Sophie's investigation skills to decode her possibly two-timing husband's strange behavior. When Sophie shows up in a short red cocktail dress and her friend's hubby winds up dead, the lovable would-be sleuth can't help but take on the job. So this, I mean, Red Dress Inc. is kind of, or was, I don't know if it's still being published, Harlequin's chicklet, one of its chicklet lines. And so, yeah, you can see where that's coming from, but it is a romance. And some politics and some death. And yeah, that is going to be my Harlequin imprint. So my real TBR, or the TBR I'm most likely to succeed with, is, okay, so first off we have romantic suspense. I'm going to do that. I'm going to meet that requirement with Colleen Coble's Tidewater Inn. Now this is a slow phone is what this is. My internet sucks, something sucks. So, welcome to Hope Beach. This is the first in the Hope Beach series by Colleen Coble, and it's a place of intoxicating beauty where trouble hits with the force of a hurricane. Inheriting a beautiful old hotel on the Outer Banks could be a dream come true for Libby. The inn cries out for her restorer's talent and love of history. She's delighted to learn learn of the family she never knew she had, and the handsome Coast Guard lieutenant she's met there on the island could definitely be the man of her dreams. So you see where this is going, right? But Libby soon realizes the only way she can afford the upkeep on the inn is to sell it to developers who are to the developers who are stalking the island. The father who willed her the inn has died before she could meet him, and her newfound brother and sister are convinced she's there to steal their birthright. Worst of all, her new best friend and business partner has been kidnapped before her eyes, and Libby's under suspicion. Wow, I'm still trying to say subscription. Under suspicion for the crime. So yeah, that's my romantic suspense. I've never read Colleen Coble, and I'm really looking forward to it. It sounds like it's going to be a winner for me. I actually have that one's ebook. Yes, these are all ebooks. Next, I went with the Sex, Murder, and a Double Latte by Kira Davis. So I've taken the whole 4-book anthology out of the library on ebook from Overdrive, and it basically is follow the escapades of writer turned detective Sophie Cates in these 4 sexy mysteries from New York Times best-selling author Kira Davis. So, likely I'm going to read Sex, Murder, and a Double Latte, because that's the first in the series. Mystery writer Sophie Cates suspects that a crazed fan is sneaking into her apartment to reenact scenes from her books. And when a filmmaker friend is brutally murdered in the manner of a death scene from one of his movies, she's convinced that a copycat killer is on the loose, and that she's the next target. The man who swoops in to save her is the mysterious new love interest, Anatoly Dorinsky. Of course, if this were fiction, Anatoly would be her prime suspect. All right, so that is my Harlequin imprint selection for this month. These are all new to me. These are all brand new to me authors. So I'm kind of excited about that. All brand new series. Well, not brand new series. I mean, some of the series have been around for a while, but they're new to me. And then the third one is an author that I have been wanting to read for a while, and that is Courtney Milan, and it's The Duchess War. So this is my historical choice. Now, Courtney, I'm going to take credit for this one because this is not, but Courtney is one of the finalists in the Rita Awards for 2017, but not for this book. So I'm just kind of, playing a little fast and loose with the rules, and I'm double counting this one for that because she's an award-nominated author. Okay, so this one is The Duchess War. Miss Minerva Lane is a quiet, bespectacled wallflower, and she wants to keep it that way. After all, the last time she was the center of attention, it ended badly, as it always does. You don't want to be the center of attention. People stare at you. People want to talk to you. I'm an introvert. That's bad. So badly that she changed her name to escape her scandalous past. Wallflowers may not be the prettiest of blooms, but at least they don't get trampled. So when a handsome duke comes to town, the last thing she wants is his attention. But that is precisely what she gets. Because Robert Blaisdell, the Duke of Claremont, is not fooled. When Minnie figures out what he's up to, he realizes there's more to her than her spectacles. She's speckled. Freckles, no. Spectacles and her quiet ways. And he's determined to lay her every secret bare before she can discover his. But this time, one shy miss may prove to be more than his match. So I believe that Courtney Milan is actually a self-published writer. Her covers are gorgeous, and I hear a lot about her. Like, these get fairly good ratings on Goodreads, and she seems to be, very, very well respected in the romance writing genre world. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm excited that I'm finally, this readathon has given me an excuse to go and find some books that maybe and authors that maybe I wouldn't have read before. And because it's Valentine's Day and February and everything, and I'm not going to be at home, it's a perfect time to do a whole lot of new book reading. So those are the 3 books that I will be reading. My fourth book will probably be more in the Kira Davis series if I have time to get to that. But yeah, that's my romance reading. And thanks to this I have a plan for part of November or February because right now I've been like staring at my shelves almost every day going, God, what am I going to read? And I'm so stressed at work that I needed something. I really needed something light and fluffy because work is so stressful, and I come home and then I've been reading like the Canada Reads long list entries, and it's like, whoa, whoa, who reads all this stuff, right? Like it's so heavy. So I spend the day at work being really stressed, and I come home and I'm like reading books that make me even more stressed. So I'm really glad to have this reason to like take a break from everything and read some romance. Looking forward to it. Are you participating in the romance readathon that is I Wish I Knew the Title? I will link it down below. Being hosted by these two fantastic booktubers. Let me get back to that. Not just romance novels and romance queen of booktube. Are you planning to participate? Do you like romance? What do you think of the choices that I've made? Have you read any of them? Yeah. Do you have favorite romance booktubers, or are you a romance booktuber? Because I would love to follow your channel. It's one of the genres I enjoy, but I don't read enough of because I kind of push it to the side in favor of mystery and thriller. So yeah, I would love to hear from you guys. I will talk to you soon. Bye.